If you listen to the podcast episode that me and Lizzie did, I talked about a friend of mine that I went to school with that posted a picture of herself one day in pinup fashion on Facebook. And I was like, wow, I love that style. I commented on it and I was like, I really wish that I could pull off bright red lipstick the way you can. And she commented back and she was like, well, anybody can. You just put it on. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but it's not that easy. It's not that simple. um, and it really sat with me for ages. By the way, if you haven't listened to that episode, let me know and I will send you the link to it. It was really fun. It was a great informational stuff that we covered in the episode. But anyway, so I thought about this for a really long time. Like this was years ago when we had this interaction, and let's see, at least 4 years ago, when we talked about this, and I was just like I don't know. So I started with small steps. Okay, like Halloween. In Halloween, it's okay to wear the crazy makeup and the stuff that you normally wouldn't wear on an everyday basis, right? Because you're dressed up and stuff. So it was easier for me to try it out on Halloween, and then from there, because once you do it once and you go around people and you gauge how people act around you, then it starts to build your confidence a little more, and you're like, oh, it's not a big deal to them at all. So, why is it a big deal to me? And then you kind of start dissecting that and figuring out that nobody cares, honestly, and that it's just your own insecurities that is keeping you from doing a thing. And once you heal those insecurities, at least to a certain point, then it gets easier and easier and easier every time you do it. And, so if you just wear the lipstick, if you just put it on and leave your house, I mean, sure, you may be drenched in anxiety all day and you may not be able to look anybody in the eye and you may not talk that day to anyone and you may keep your head down, but and it may be that same way tomorrow if you do it again, but it's going to be a little bit easier. And then the next day it's going to be a little bit easier. And then the next day it's going to be a little bit easier. And before you know it, not only are you the person who wears the red lipstick, but you're comfortable being the person who wears the red lipstick. My sister got married this past September, and I bought some new shoes to go to her wedding, and I don't wear heels. I have never wore heels. I've never been super girly dress up in the bling and all that. These heels they're like that big, and which I have totally twisted my ankle in heels this size before, and so when I got them, I was like, I really need to wear these a few times and kind of break them in a little bit because I know I'm going to be in them all day long the day of the wedding. So I was thinking, I would have never, ever, ever worn heels out in public just because, like, it would had to have been a fancy dinner party or something for me to have ever gotten dressed up like that, and I would have needed to know that somebody else was going to be wearing something like that, and and they're just heels, they're just high heels. It's really not that big of a deal, but to me it really was a big deal because they were flashy, and they're pink and noticeable. And something that helped me just put them on was I thought about my sister and how she wears stuff like that. She'll wear heels just to Walmart or whatever. I mean, not very often. She doesn't just wear heels to Walmart, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not a big deal to her to wear heels. I see her in them all the time, and I was like, well, if she can do it, I can totally do it too. Like, if it's normal to me to see her out like that. So if it's normal for me to see her that way, then it can totally be normal for other people to see me that way. I just have to go from being the person who doesn't wear things like that to the person who does wear things like that. And the only difference between point A and point B, or this person and that person, is that this person decided that she wants to wear heels out in public on a regular basis just because. And this person was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I mean, if it was a comfort thing, then okay, because let's be real, heels suck and they are painful and ridiculous. But you feel really powerful when you wear them. And that's what it's all about, really, is how you feel. And so if you can feel confident in the heels, then you can feel more confident in who you are as a person. Because you can think back to even when you're not wearing the heels, and about how the heels make you feel when you're wearing them, so it's just a whole mindset shift. That's all it is. But anyway, back to my story. I decided to wear these heels to the dentist because I was like, that way I'm only wearing them for like an hour or so, and I'll be sitting most of the time, so if they hurt my feet, it's not a big deal because I won't be on my feet a whole lot. So I wore my heels to the dentist, and much to my surprise, I had never noticed the floors in the dentist before, but now that I was in here in my heels that I was already kind of self-conscious about wearing in the first place, they were demanding to be heard and seen on the hollow hardwood floors. Like, I'm talking the 1800s hardwood floors, like the hollow underneath, like you can hear that there's nothing, and they're loud and creakety, and there was no way I could walk across those floors and not sound clompety. It wasn't happening. So all eyes on me. Everybody in there noticed my heels. And you know what? Like 2 or 3 people even complimented them. They're like, I love your shoes. And I was like, thank you. Nervous laugh, awkward talk. Told them about my sister's wedding and how I was trying to break them in because, I had to throw an excuse out there to why I was wearing them. But now sometimes I'll wear them just because. And it takes that one moment of discomfort to kind of break the ice in yourself. And, discomfort is where we grow. So if you're not pushing yourself to be uncomfortable, then you're not growing. You're just sitting in comfort, which is just what you already know, where you're already at in life. And until you push yourself out of your comfort zone, you're always going to be right where you are. Sure, things are always changing, but they're not going to get a whole lot different from where they are until you push yourself out of your comfort zone and make some changes to do the things that you want to do, have, and be in your life. So before you leave the house, put on the lipstick, put on the heels, put on the flashy dress, put on the low-cut shirt, whatever that you want to wear, want to be, want to do, whatever, it doesn't matter. Do the video, sing the karaoke, get on the stage, talk to the person you want to talk to. Whatever your goal is, push yourself to do it. Because the only difference between you and them, or the person you want to be and the person you are, is your decision to do what it takes to be the person that you want to be. That's it. All of us can do, have, or be whatever we want. We just have to decide that we're going to do it no matter if we feel uncomfortable or not. Because what is a little uncomfort? What is a little uncomfort? It's fine. It's just a feeling. It's not going to hurt you. So yeah, take a picture. I want to see a picture of you down low in your pop of color or your pop of flashiness. Make yourself known. I'll put yourself out there. I want to see your gorgeous face. Comment. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll help where we can and whatnot. And I'll see you tomorrow.